Okay, good morning everyone. My name is Helen and I'll be taking you through today's content, which is all about stock taking. So just the regular notes on housekeeping. The duration of this webinar will be 20 to 30 minutes. Don't forget to turn your speakers on, obviously, to hear me. And if you have any questions throughout the webinar, feel free to pop those in the checkbox or chat box as we go. So at the end of today's webinar, you will understand why stock taking is important and the best ways to perform a stock take. Be able to create and complete a stock take, set up and use variation reasons to track stock levels, manage professional stock usage, and be able to access key reports for monitoring your stock. So before I move on to the next slide, can any of you tell me how often you're stock taking your products at the moment? All right, so I've got a couple of comments here: weekly, monthly, once a month, never. All right, so hopefully we can change that today. Let's have a little look now about why we should stock take. The importance of a stock take is to ensure your product levels on the shelf and in shortcuts are correct and consistent. So this helps with ordering, managing professional stock usage, and just general tracking of any removal of items that you might not currently be aware of. So firstly, your retail products are on show. You don't want to hold too much stock and look like it's been sitting there for a while or not moving, but you also don't want to have empty shelves that make it look like you don't manage your stock levels correctly or don't have what your clients need when they need it, resulting in potential lost sales. Don't assume you know your stock, as seasonal changes and calendar events can leave you unprepared and trying to fill orders at the last minute, which causes unnecessary stress. You also want to be able to track the professional usage of your stock in either treatment rooms or the back basin of your business to ensure you're charging for these services correctly, and also make sure your employees aren't overusing this stock as well. And lastly, without a system, all sorts of things can happen. So we want to be able to avoid unnecessary problems occurring in your business, and the one thing none of us want to think about, employee theft. So let me just walk you through how to perform a stock take. We would like to go to the stock menu and select stock take. Here we can see a list of our previous stock takes. If there are any pending or active stock takes which contain the products you want to count in your new stock take, you will not be able to add them until past stock takes are completed or deleted in this screen. All of my past stock takes are completed, so I'll press new to create a new one and just type in the name here. Then press next at the bottom of the screen, and we'll need to select which products we want to count by pressing the add button. So we select the products. In this example, I'm going to count my Dermalogica Age Smart range. And press yes, we do want to activate the stock take. So now we can select which reports we want to print. By checking this box down the bottom here, the current levels for each product will also be printed on the stock take form. So the stock take form is the main form that you would use during a stock take. This is where you would write down all of the quantities as you're counting each product. The unlisted stock form is useful to document any products you find during a stock take that aren't already in your system, and it can also be used as a checklist to ensure you don't forget to add these in later. And you would use the stock maintenance form to list any products that are no longer usable. So an example of this might be finding a product which is leaked or expired. So when you've chosen which forms you want to print, you can press done to continue. As I'm going through and counting each product, I'll enter the numbers into the count column. Shortcuts will then calculate any variance based on your average cost. And if something comes up and you need to come back and finish later, you can just select done at the bottom right hand side of your screen and come back into the stock take when you're ready and continue from where you left off. When you've finished entering your count, you can just press the finish flag, and Shortcuts will ask if we want to complete the stock take, which means our current product levels will be updated. So we'll select yes here. If there is any variances, we'd then be prompted to recount our items, which varied from the computer count. So if you do want to recount, you would select yes, or to continue, you would select no. So now Shortcuts is informing us that we have completed the stock take and our product levels have been adjusted accordingly, so we can press done to finish. So tell me some reasons why maybe your stock doesn't match when you're stock taking at the moment, or any reasons that you might think of why it wouldn't match what your computer is telling you. All right, so we've got a couple of comments here: forgetting or forgot to enter an order in, employees stealing, product being used in treatment rooms, orders placed in the system wrong, figures aren't matching up. Okay, so they're all really great reasons that there might be a variance in your system. You don't need to worry about trying to remember every detail about your stock movement. So in this next screen, you can actually track variances against specific reasons to help you monitor what's going on or why you might have these variances. So when completing a stock take where there is a variance in stock, you will be required to enter a reason from the drop-down menu in this column on the right. To do this, or to set these up, you need to access your setup menu, the number 1 on your screen, your configuration screen, number 2, and then select the reasons icon down the bottom there, number 3. Here you can add any potential reasons that you might think apply to your business, which would result in any differences. So those examples that you gave me are all fantastic. You could pop those in here. Tracking professional stock usage. This is a really easy system to implement. You simply create a stock bin, which all of your empty products go into. So shampoo, cleanser, consumables like tissue boxes or glove boxes. And then you can monitor how much stock you are using and how frequently you might need to restock all of your items. I'll show you how to do this. You just head to your point of sale screen, click on the clients icon and select the hashtag business. You can then scan your product barcode or press the quick search F3 button on your keyboard to search for a product. Alternatively, you can click on a sale line and choose the business and product from here. Once you've chosen the products that you'd like to pop in here, you just select done at the bottom of your screen. And here you can change the quantity to indicate how many items have been used. You can then hit end sale and Shortcuts will update all of your product levels accordingly. Systemize for success. So to do this, plan for your stock takes so you don't forget or run out of time to keep them up to date. Involve your team. So not only so you're not the only one who is able to complete a stock take, but this also ensures that they are aware that there is a process around stock control if you're not there, and that you keep a close eye on your stock levels so you know what's going on. Using a barcode scanner helps avoid entering incorrect products into your point of sale screen and also saves time when completing a transaction and checking out professional stock. Performing a regular stock take can help identify how many services, treatments you're getting out of a professional product before you need to reorder it again. As I mentioned earlier, this is a great way to ensure you're charging for these services correctly and also making sure that your employees aren't overusing your stock. And keep the system going. Don't start and then let the process fall by the wayside, leaving all of your hard work getting this set up go to waste. Stock taking will help you identify how often you may need to place orders to keep your stock at a level that's functional for your business. So you're not left without enough to perform services or sell retail, but also ensures you're not holding too much stock on this shelf, tying up your profits. There's a couple of ways to do this. We have the stock take report. So the stock take report shows the differences found between the recorded stock levels and the levels counted during a stock take. So this report compares your recorded and actual product counts as well as your recorded and actual value on hand. Okay, so this will display your stock variances in a couple of different formats. You've got the variance percentage and also the variance value. So this helps with accuracy of stock levels and help you keep track of any of those variance reasons that we entered before. The stock control report. So the stock control report displays a detailed list of your product levels. It includes current levels, required levels, and what's currently on order. It's got cost price, value on hand for each product, each line and each company. And you've also got your total quantity in stock on order and on hand. And then we have your professional stock usage report. So this report displays a detailed breakdown of professional product use, obviously used by the business. And it's got the average product cost, the total product cost for each item. And it also displays the total quantity, average cost, and total cost for all products used professionally during a time frame. So this helps you identify trends in professional product demand, again, helping with your ordering. So just to summarise, we will hopefully now have a better understanding of the importance of completing regular stock takes and the best practices for those, how to set up and use the stock take reasons to track unexpected stock levels, how to create and complete a stock take, how to manage professional stock, and the key reports for monitoring all of those areas. So if you have any questions, feel free please to pop those in the chat box now and I can answer those for you. While we're waiting for a couple of questions to come through, this is the link to our YouTube channel. So here you will find videos on a variety of topics, as well as other videos on stock taking and stock control. You can subscribe to this channel and any new webinars or e-learning videos that we upload will be available to you here as you need them. You can also register for future webinars and also view past webinars at these locations. And you can contact us at either our email address, education@shortcuts.com.au. You can phone us 24/7 on 1300 66 7374, or you can head to our Facebook page as well. Okay, so I have a question here. How often do I think or is recommended to perform a stock take? It does vary depending on your business. Each person or each business has their own processes, but basically we would recommend as you're receiving orders in, be doing stock takes as well. So say you place an order monthly, you might perform a stock take monthly. You want to be able to keep a track of your stock takes, like I mentioned throughout the webinar, for professional stock usage and tracking any stolen goods, or making sure that you have enough on your shelf to perform your services and also to retail to your clients. So it does vary from business to business, but generally how often you order is maybe how often you would want to stock take. Okay, so I've got a question about the webinars. So if you do have any other areas that you wanted to find out about, even if it isn't stock related, like I mentioned, if I just jump forward here, we do have other webinars at these two locations, and again on our YouTube channel. You can type in on our YouTube channel a keyword, so if it was promotions, stock, things like that, then it will come up with anything that relates to that for you. Also, our Facebook page has e-learning videos, just short ones that pop up there from time to time. And of course, you can contact us. So our help desk technicians, like I said, 24/7 on this number on the screen here. Okay, so that looks like all of the questions for today. If you do have a question or want to contact me after the webinar, you are welcome to. Like I said, here are our details, and I can answer any questions for you following if anything comes to mind. So thank you all for attending today and your time. I hope it's been beneficial. I hope it enables you for a successful end of year stock take, being that it is almost that time of year. So let me know how you go and if you need any more assistance. Otherwise, I will hopefully talk to you all soon.